One. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
Hello.
I think I did the thing again where I said one after I started recording because I do a little countdown. So the last couple of episodes, I don't know what's going on with my brain, and I say one. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you might hear me say one at the start of this. Enjoy that.
A little behind the scenes.
And it's just the last couple of episodes I've done it. I don't know what's going on. Apparently the season's been going on too long.
No, that's not it. You're
I don't
allowed to
think-
develop
I-
new things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
saying one is the new thing.
It's your new thing. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll just throw that in there every time now and see if people like it.
Yeah, Jerry, one.
Jury number one. Yeah, well, welcome everybody. We are back for episode 35. How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's good.
It's good.
People don't sound excited.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
We're recording this the day after Halloween. So if you guys are like me, I have like a 40 plus year tradition of eating enough candy to make myself sick and then staying up late, rubbing my distended belly, watch scary movies, and then I just can't sleep at all. So
Well, plus the time change, daylight savings. Yeah.
Well, we kind of gained an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing good, but I didn't sleep much last night, and that's my own fault. Again, the candy thing, too much candy. My kids are too generous, so I don't know what's up
This
with
is
that.
our first year where we had none.
Oh,
Nothing. No Halloween.
Does that make you sad?
It was effortless.
you didn't go out in the yard and huck candy at kids strolling by?
No, we had our lights off, and I was playing Outer Worlds last night. It was amazing and quiet.
Wow.
Well, even on a normal year, we're at the end of the cul-de-sac and we hardly get anybody anyway. So it was just like.
Well, I'm in a cul-de-sac and I bring all the kids to my yard, so you're doing something wrong.
I frequently do things wrong, so I believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Full-size candy bars. You got to do that.
Oh, okay.
And you gotta
you're
get
that
all the
neighborhood.
skeletons. I'm that.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Yeah.
We live not too far from the hospital, so we have a lot of doctors who live a couple blocks away. And so if they go back in like a little cul-de-sac area, I'm just like, I don't know why you're trick-or-treating around me, because you should be hitting those, because I guarantee you they have full-size Snickers. There was one house when I was a kid who had full-size Snickers.
Oh yeah.
That was the house. You gotta get it early though,
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't understand. How is that even possible? Who are those people?
I don't know. People, very goodwill people. And
Generous
then
people.
They moved to Nestle Crunch. What is that all about?
Oh, I'll take Nestle Crunch. What are you talking about?
No.
I'd take Snickers over Crunch, no question.
Yeah.
But
well, it was unannounced too, so you're you're there
I
to
mean, there
get
should be at least signs.
What is happening?
right, like a good
We weren't notified.
Sorry for the inconvenience, but will no longer be serving Snickers on Halloween.
Somebody's house is going to get egged tonight.
Yeah.
I think it got TP'd once or twice.
Oh.
My house got TP'd a couple of years ago, and I swear it was probably my teenage son that did it, because
just TP'd your own house.
Practice.
Yeah, just like maybe he's just practicing warming up. I don't know, but he went out late and he came back, and then I asked him, like, do you know anybody who would do this? Have you heard anything in the school system? And he came to our house and TP'd it, and then he would just like sit there and kind of smile, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have an argument with him earlier that day or something?
I think he's always angry at us now about something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think with the toilet paper shortage, I think it was not TPing didn't happen this year. It was
oh,
Gold.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Might as well throw just money up in the tree.
windy and cold in Minnesota.
I'd sooner give out full-size candy bars than toilet paper.
Wow. Well, we'll plan for that next Halloween. Don, I'll be stopping by.
Well,
Well,
traditionally, I like spooking the kids. Traditionally,
Yeah.
I like doing something a little scary to
Nice.
they got to pay for that full-size candy bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
a trick or treat.
yeah.
You
You're
get the
feeding
trick.
off of
They
their
get the
food.
I'm the trick.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, this
Nice.
year not so much.
Yeah.
This year
No.
just a candy patch.
Well,
That
this
was
year's
cool.
been plenty scary on its own, so
Yeah.
kids are probably tapped out. But yeah, well, I hope I make it through the entire episode. So
I'll take over if you need, Jerry.
if I just take a little nap here in between. You guys finish up this fight. I'm just gonna
Oh, I thought
finish
this was gonna be like a
doing-
murder mystery kind of episode.
There's going to be some murdering.
Yeah, and it has been a mystery so far. I mean,
Yeah, it has been a mystery.
I think we're starting to clear some things up, though. I feel like we're in a good direction. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to be on a path where you only have one way to go. So
Yeah.
In a cavern. There's
Right.
no way out. Well, welcome everybody to a fabulous episode 35, and thank you for being with us for 35 straight weeks. And that's all I have to say. If you wanna support this podcast, I would say now's a pretty bad time to do that because we're wrapping up our season. So we'll probably take a break after our season is over, and for the holidays and that sort of thing, and be back sometime in the future. We'll talk about that more when we have some other stuff planned. We'll probably have a recap episode where we talk about the season, and I think we may have some other stuff in the works, just to kind
And
of
an Alar supercut.
Alar supercuts coming out. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But
Not really. Are we? No.
not really. No, no promises there on Alar supercut. But we'll try to fill that gap with a few things, and stay in touch, of course. But we sincerely appreciate all of your support, listening, all of the feedback that we've received. It's been fantastic, and I have enjoyed this season much more than even the first season, which was
Wow.
really fun because it was all new and scary. This was fun for me. Probably got me through this whole pandemic thing, and that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good thing.
to clarify, when we come back, we will be playing the same character. It'll be the same adventure, right? So people can.
That is the plan.
Oh,
unless you guys
geez. Oh,
die
sorry.
in the
I
next
might
15 to
die.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
which
Fair.
could
Fair
happen.
enough. Fair enough. No promises. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no promises. I can't promise anything.
So
But,
I'm stuck with Alar for another season. Is what you're telling me.
it's so you. I just,
Oh,
Oh,
You're-
that's so me.
we were stuck with Alar for a season already. Thank you very much.
it felt like 2 seasons, really.
Yeah.
No, your Alar character is, he's good. He's fun. Is it hard to play him? Is that what you're finding?
He's not me. That's for darn sure. So and
Uh,
I like
season 1,
trying out new characers too. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
you get into your characters quite a
Yeah.
bit. So, but we'll see what happens now. Again, thank you all. If you do want to, support us, feel free. You know what to do by now. You can go to dungeonpatrol.com and click on the Patreon button, or go to patreon.com/dungeonpatrol. We're happy to take your money.
Jerry just needs one more microphone. Just one more.
Just one more.
Then he's done.
I've totally moved on to audio interfaces now, so now I have 3
Oh.
of them.
Good Lord.
Yeah, just I keep
Jerry.
making up excuses, and
If you need a referral, man, just ask, because
I do. I think I do. I'm
Well, then
like,
I can't wait for next season.
Jerry on meds. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So do we have a recap?
Of course we do, Jerry.
That's great.
New Alar on the block finally tracked down the half-orc dancer Lumilla, who revealed why Arvik had been kidnapped. The simple, sweet giant was in fact the rightful king of Thuringar. They found their way to a smuggler's tunnel, finally tracking him and his captors down into a cavern. Will they save him before war breaks out? Find out on Dungeon Patrol.
Well done. Well done.
Could we, by any chance, have a splice of all of his stuff together so it just sums up the whole season if people want to listen to it?
That's the supercut, right?
Yeah.
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 And
Jerry's on that.
And then T-shirts, right, for the new Alar and the.
Yeah.
New Alar on the block, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna so retro 80s. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, right now we're still hanging tough.
Nice.
We do have the right stuff.
We do have the right.
Wow.
Good job.
My sister was a huge
Okay.
Jordan
Your sister.
fan. So.
Uh-huh.
Sure, your sister.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there's a good
yeah.
one.
Right. Right.
Not that I don't appreciate the talent from the boys from Boston, but
Is there a poster behind that green
Oh
screen?
my
Yeah.
We have peeled off
That's-
another layer of that.
that's
onion.
in the room.
That was amazing. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your love of New Kids, and thank you for the recap. I understand why you asked Alar at the beginning, who revealed all that information. Actually, that bit about Arvik being a king was revealed by Freya.
Freya. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
That's why I asked you, Jerry. You set me up, Jerry.
I know I set you up to
Jeez.
fail every week.
Jeez.
But you got the gist of it right, and so all of that was revealed last episode, and you guys found Abel's secret smuggler's tunnel, and managed to stumble across the scene that now is before you. And you can feel free to share the map anytime, whoever
got
wants to do that. And I believe I have turn order up. You guys can roll some initiative because I think we're going to need it.
So, well, just for clarity though, they had we were sneaking in. They haven't seen us yet.
Correct.
Okay, because at that point, actually, I would like to quietly motion my comrades to step back a bit, so
What's
that I
he
can
gonna do?
so that I can take a moment to apply the oil of sharpness to my blade.
Nice. Making use of it right away. I like that.
Yeah.
And then quietly whisper to them, "Which one should I kill?"
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. So you see these folks
Because we have
sitting around-
Thraxos and Pyros.
Thraxos, Pyros, both Golgonan gladiators,
Hmm.
sitting around a small wooden crate, a couple of lanterns on top of the crate, and you see your buddy Arvik with his sort of back to you, to the entrance, where you guys are kind of applying your various oils and preparing for a fight.
And just for clarity, I am including Arvik in that choice.
Wait, what?
When just there was of the three to assassinate.
Okay.
Not Arvik.
Just chaos.
Dang.
Chaos.
I'm not so sure he's a good guy.
Well, but we're not so sure he's not. So back off.
Kragar means judge and juror in his language.
Uh,
And executioner.
An executioner, of course. That goes without saying.
yeah,
So,
it goes without saying.
I'm going to go invisible and assassinate one. That'll be your
Oh
sign.
my
to join the
gosh.
fray.
Why did I give you all those potions right before?
Yeah. This is awesome.
Um,
He's just gonna eat him. I know it.
I can't believe you guys let him go off without you. I mean, somebody should stop him, but
He needs to fill this lust. Otherwise, you know.
all right.
You know what? I've been
irritable.
wanting to kill
He
this guy
gets
for quite a
irritable.
while.
Take out Pyros.
Take out Pyros. All right.
That's the female. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying?
Correct.
Think she's deadlier? I mean, yeah, we don't know. She might be the 10th level one. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But I think we should go mano a mano against Thraxos and let him know who are vanquishing him. I'm not emotionally invested in Pyros. So take her out.
Yeah, you haven't really run across Pyros yet.
No.
You've seen Thraxos a couple of times, and definitely seems to be kind of a strange character with his unusual claw hand or dagger hand. I don't know what, you guys will have to figure that out when you get up close and personal in a few minutes here.
Okay.
So what is the plan?
Yeah. So anybody else want to discuss quick strategy? Mine basically, I've got to get up close, and stabby, and then
we rush in. Hopefully Arvik will grapple Thraxos, and then we'll be able to face him down like the heroes we are.
So
All right.
I think that you should anticipate Arvik not assisting, and we should plan for that.
He's really skeptical of Arvik.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that.
Suggest we keep a line with our backs so they can't surround us. There might be more that we can't see.
Fair point.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you want to go and slaughter one, I mean, you will slaughter them. I could also, perhaps I could try to hold person on the other one. So then you'd have you could just take him out by yourself, but leave Arvik alone.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
All right. Do it when you see the sign.
Okay.
And then I'm going to drink my potion of invisibility.
So just to
Okay.
be clear, the sign is a gout of blood.
Fountain of blood.
Fountain of blood or the loudest bugbear curse.
That's a
Yep.
possibility too, yeah.
Yep.
Because that's how these dice roll for me.
Failure is always an option.
Uh,
All right. So
All
Kragar
right.
will go invisible.
awesome. Kragar.
Invisibility.
I'm gonna mark
Invisibility. What does that do for stealth?
You get a advantage on all your rolls, I'm pretty sure. Or either that or it's like pass without trace, you get a plus 10. I think it's this advantage on all your rolls. I mean,
Yeah, advantage on
all your
stealthing
stealth
and
rolls.
attacking. So he's moving. Kragar is moving.
I'm gonna slowly get in behind him, just kind of watch it, just as long as I can get to see, so I can see who the first to go down. That way, I'll have my spell.
So
Is
I plan.
that your
My
bugbear?
plan is to get here.
Mhm.
That's where I want to be.
Okay, we'll say that you are there. You are approximately, looks like you're within striking range of Pyros with your long arms, right?
Yeah.
And directly in front of Thraxos, 15 feet, 10 feet separating you, I guess. And that's where you're going to position yourself?
And as soon as I step into position, unless I see or hear or get any new information that would make me want to change my mind, I will attempt to assassinate Pyros, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh no! There goes your stealth.
It's your stomach. Oh.
Oh, that's the worst. You should have eaten before combat.
Yes.
Right. Always eat before combat.
Have a snack. Just have a snack, man.
That's a
So-
Snickers commercial.
With the assassination, all I actually have to do is hit, and then it counts as a crit.
Yeah.
So oil of what the oil and sharpness is +3. So I'm at so that's an
Oh my goodness.
sorry, so that's an 18 to hit.
Come here.
And that was an advantage, right?
Hi.
Right.
Come here.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
That is a hit. We do have dogs in the game again, just again for authenticity's sake.
Right.
So then it's an automatic crit.
Oh man, this is gonna hurt.
And that's a sneak attack damage. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's making a face. What is that face? I don't like it.
I'm sorry, I'm doing this. I realize it's a little obnoxious, but at some point,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
okay, so that is going to be, that is 10, 15, 20, 25, 31, 39, 47.
Oof.
What?
47 damage to her face.
47.
To her face.
To her face.
Face. Ouch. Oh my gosh. So she's sitting there, and I think she was trying to tease Arvik, right? She's like kind of looking at him, winking seductively, and you know, they're obviously tormenting him in some fashion, and out of nowhere, she just like jerks back and falls to the ground and is like writhing in pain, and this bugbear appears out of nowhere in front of her and slashes her, and she is seriously hurt, seriously surprised. Chaos ensues.
Then I'll make my second attack. Because it's
Wow.
a surprise round.
Yep.
Oh.
And as soon as he does that, I will have my spell ready.
I mean, I guess technically then we go in initiative, but so the surprise attack, that's going to be not actually only going to be a plus. So it's only 13 on the surprise attack. Or am I advantage on all the attacks in the surprise round?
Yes. Well, yes.
You'd become
Yeah.
visible
guess-
again, but
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm-
you're
but it-
you're
but it-
visible, but
But
it's
the
all
surprise
one.
round.
It's all one round. It's all one turn, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Then-
one round.
Then yes.
Okay. Then that is a 27 to hit then instead.
Yes, that hits. Haven't you done enough? Haven't you done?
Well, she didn't apparently die, so I guess not.
No, she didn't.
One more stab into the face.
But this is just my offhand. So it's just not it's not much damage.
47 damage.
Yeah, no, actually, so because I don't have my strength, so that literally is only a point of damage then.
1 point.
1 point.
One.
That's just like the icing on the cake, just to make sure she knows where it came from.
It's like you just spit in her wound.
A little bit. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just sneezed.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
So chaos. Bugbear appears out of nowhere, slashing the crud out of Pyros, who was trying to act all sexy and, you know, teasing Arvik, and everybody is like in a state of shock. But let's roll initiative now.
Could I have a surprise round on casting in that same round or not?
Oh yeah.
Wanna cast a
Yes,
spell.
you did say that you were gonna.
Was he
cast a spell.
sleeping at all, or were they awake?
They were awake.
Okay.
I don't
So
know if
I
you
mean-
remember the little scene that I read
Yeah.
out to you.
We'll do a wisdom saving throw for the gentleman.
For the gentleman. Let's see. What is his wisdom? That is a great question.
-2, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know about that. He's so wise. But I have it here. Patience. No. Okay. That is a 13.
And he fails.
Oh,
Nice.
Paralyzed.
Awesome.
interesting. Okay. So that is bad. He starts to react, and then the spell takes effect, and then he just kind of leans back against the wall, frozen in place. Arvik is the one that's kind of, and you can see Arvik is looking around and sees Kragar appear, and he's the only one that can even really react at this point, and he's just in a state of shock as well. And we have our initiative, and I'm going to order that. Excuse me. Triss at the top with 21. Thraxos, who is now paralyzed at 20. Brokos at 15. Alar at 10. Pyros at 7. And Arvik with 5. Kragar, how did you not get? Were you not?
I didn't put. I literally just put my number in
Oh,
because
okay.
I was just distracted.
So you're at the top, Kragar, with 22.
There we go.
All right. So, regular round of combat. One is paralyzed, one is severely injured.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically. So is she unconscious, or what is her state?
She is very much awake, alert, a little, she just got attacked.
Is she upset?
She's a little miffed about this whole situation right now. But so far, she only sees you.
Okay. Well, but she's not surprised, so I don't have any bonuses. So as far as attacking the paralyzed guy, though, he would basically, I would have advantage on that, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's see, I'm going to make this hard for her. I'll do this, that, and then I should be in range to hit him, and then I'll have an advantage attack on Thraxos.
All right. Going for Thraxos. Standing sort of behind Arvik.
So I rolled a pair of 16.
That's Arvik. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
I mean, if I need to move around, I will. So that will be. That'll be 23 to hit him.
That hits.
All right, and so that is going to be with my sneak attack.
Still going to hurt.
Yeah, because I rolled an 8 and 2 5s.
Oh my gosh.
So that will be 10, 18 plus 7. So 25 damage on the first attack.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I only got a 14 to hit on the second one. So I don't know if that hits or not.
That does hit. Yeah.
For another 6.
For another 6. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. But I would still add the magic damage. So actually, that'd be 9.
Okay. So you're tearing through these very shocked, very unprepared Golgonan gladiators, and Thraxos, unable to move, takes a couple of slashes from your blades, and it is now Triss's turn.
So Triss is going to move up. And then is going to use the firebolt on Pyros.
Nice. Okay. Firebolting Pyros.
And I apparently was not paying attention to the numbers, but does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Oh, good. Okay.
So poor Pyros is going to take more damage.
Well, not a whole lot. So that's only 6 damage.
She can't have a lot of hit points left, hopefully.
You never know.
Oh my
You
gosh.
never know. You never know. Okay, so firebolt to the face, a face ravaged by a couple of Kragar's blades, and she is definitely very injured at this
Okay.
point.
I'm going to use my action surge and take a second action.
Okay,
Nice.
Um, so I'm really the only other thing I could do another firebolt because I can't move. It's not a whole nother turn. It's just another action. So I can't move.
Correct.
And okay. So I'll try another firebolt. That's a 16.
that hits.
And that's an 8. That's 8 damage this time.
Oh man. All right. So singed hair, blood streaming from her face.
I want her features to start melting.
Okay, they're well on their way.
Okay.
It's kind of a bloody, ash-covered mess of a face, and she's not too happy about it. And Thraxos's turn. So
Hmm.
I assume he gets to roll to try to stop being paralyzed.
At the end of his turn, yep.
All right, and that is a 12.
Nope.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, Brokos, back to you.
I will go ahead and I'm going to use a spell I haven't used before.
Ooh.
See if okay, that's not concentration. So I am going to I'm going to point my finger towards Arvik, and I'm going to send a message to him. And it will
Okay.
be a whisper that he only can hear and say, Arvik, it is your friends. Brokos, step aside and do not hurt us. And then I will, that will be my turn. And then I will kind of get behind this little rock here.
All right.
That's that.
So you cast your spell, and you see Arvik sit up straighter and kind of start to look around after you send it. So you get the impression that it was a message received. Alar, it's up to you, buddy.
Okay. I'm going to move up. And so I'm assuming Pyros is looking pretty messed up at this point.
Pretty messed up, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on Thraxos instead. So he gets to make an intelligence save.
Gosh. It's his strong suit. Oh, 18?
Damn it.
Wow.
Okay, so nothing happens.
We got lucky.
Let's see if I get anything. Well, as I guess I'll do my bardic action and give a bardic inspiration to Kragar.
Oh man,
Nice.
like he needs help at this point.
Kragar.
Gregor.
Terrible.
All right, so that's your turn,
It's my
and
turn.
Pyros, whatever we're gonna call her.
She's your character, man.
She was his character.
Was my character.
Oh,
Things are looking pretty grim for Pyros right now. But she is still in the fight, and you can see that she is making a move and coming down and gonna stand by Arvik here. And she is going to attack Kragar. You can see as she's walking up, she's strapped on or kind of flipped up her shield in place, pulled the scimitar out. Fine looking scimitar. Black blade. Oh, just scary looking. And gonna take a swing at Kragar with a 22. Will that hit?
Yeah. Yes.
How
Uh-oh.
about a 25?
Ah,
Okay, well, that's looking better. 5. That's 15 damage on the first one,
What? Oh,
Ouch.
and 8 on the second. And then she's gonna bash you with the shield, my friend.
oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's painful. And so she, what is the shield? It's less, thankfully.
1d6.
luckily I've been writing Requiem for Kragar.
Aw.
That is, wow. That's why these guys are so tough.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That's 8 more damage with a shield bash.
Well, I'm unconscious then.
So that's
Oh
what
my
Whoa.
gosh.
that's what obituary means, Alar. I knew you were writing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just happened. These
that rhymes
gladiators.
with concussion.
No joke.
Percussion.
Um,
Well, there's
now
turnabout.
you're gonna see
Oh,
Arvik.
okay.
Yeah, Arvik, come on. Beat the living daylight out of these
Thumbs
people.
up, thumbs down. What are we doing here?
You're gonna see Arvik, and he is going to he's gonna do a strange thing. And that strange thing is you see him kind of somersault and kind of roll into this adjoining square here behind Pyros. And then he's going to do it again. And as he does it, the rest of you that are still conscious see that he's been manacled. His legs are chained together and he has his arms chained together in between his legs through his legs. So he's in a very bad spot right now. But he's going to roll into place behind Pyros. And you're going to see him strain against those chains. And you can hear some popping and snapping all the way across his cavern as his joints, start to pop
Ah,
from all of the strain that he's putting on them. But the links of these chains, it look like they're made for some kind of animal, like a elephant or something. They're just massive. And he's unable to budge them, but you can just see him just face turning purple, veins sticking out in his neck, and he is trying to break these chains. And that is going to be his turn.
Ugh. Okay.
Kragar, unconscious,
I get a death save.
death save.
And I don't even remember. So just D20. And do you add anything? You just have to roll and beat a 10, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if you still have your inspiration from your bard. If you can,
I do. I rolled a 13. So
you're good.
Good save.
All right. One save down. Triss, you see Kragar on the ground. You see Arvik rolling,
Okay.
trying to break his chains.
So, Triss will give a guttural yell and move up. And as she's running, she will cast, excuse me, what is it called? Searing Smite
All right.
as the bonus action.
Okay.
And then a attack with the rapier.
Nice.
Yes, that is 18.
That is a hit.
So let me do all of the, yes. So that's 6, 7, 8. And then Searing Smite is 2d6. Yes. So 8 plus 10 fire damage.
Whoa. Okay. So 18 fire damage. And let's see. So she again, you can see most of her hair is singed off in the front. So she looks sort of like a balding kind of man at this point, some kind of monk maybe. Her nice mohawk that was all obviously carefully styled and done up to make her look fierce and impressive has now been burned away, but she is still alive,
Holy
still
cow.
hanging on.
He's taking like 80 points of damage.
Yeah, they're tough people.
They're tough people.
Tough people. I didn't make them. I'm just following the
you
rules.
didn't make
You
them.
literally made
You
them.
literally made them up.
Okay. Doing anything else, Tris?
That's all I can do this turn.
Okay. Thraxos, still paralyzed after all these years, and 7's probably not going to help him any.
No.
Wow.
That is terrible.
That's the only reason we're still alive as a party.
It is. I mean, that is a lifesaver for you, because I sort of forgot how hard these gladiators hit. So, Brokos, you're up.
I'm going to just use my action because everything. I'm still concentrating on making sure that he stays paralyzed. I'm going to just do a double action over behind Kragar because I want to heal him, and that's my turn.
All right. So
I
moving.
couldn't get there enough in one turn, one
Yeah.
movement.
Yep. But you're there now after a double move, and Kragar is one save away from the light. So Alar,
Okay.
you are up.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on my friend and give him back 7 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Whew, stabilized.
And I'm going to move up and stab this difficult woman. Okay, so that is a 14. Does that hit her?
It does not hit.
Oh.
Yeah. So she has her shield on now, so a little bit tougher to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now her turn.
Mm-mm.
Seeing Kragar there behind, lying on the ground still, she can see that he is out of the fight. Broko's standing there. Wow, she is surrounded by everybody, so I'm gonna have to roll. And she is gonna move one down and attack our friend Brokos.
That's a choice.
crazy.
And she misses. What the heck?
Aha! Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
that's definitely a hit. That's gonna hurt. Sorry, Brokos. Then shield misses too. 2 2s.
Nice.
What the heck? But
Brokos is wily.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna hurt. So that's 16 damage. I rolled max damage. Sorry, Brokos.
Cool story, bro. You might regret what you just did.
Ooh. So that
Take a
takes
sigh.
chunk out of our friend Brokos. And it's now Arvik's turn. He is going to continue to strain against those chains. You can just see like the sweat pouring off his face as he's pulling and grunting and just can't make any progress. The chains are just too thick. And it's you, Kragar.
With a surge of life coursing through my veins, I will woozily stand up and like, I'm gonna finish you off and take my advantage attacks on her.
All right. She's right there.
Yes, got a 20. Sorry.
Wow.
There we go.
Okay, so that's crit. That is awesome. Okay,
So he pops up
ups up.
and then crits. I love it.
Well, she was distracted by Brokos.
Yeah, no, it's
She didn't see it coming.
he was playing
s-
possum the whole
I
time.
told you she was going to regret that.
And that's 37 damage.
That's
Yeah,
a
you
regret.
didn't say you would make
Wow.
her regret it. 37?
No.
37.
So
Wow.
Wow.
she steps forward, takes a couple of wild swings at Brokos, and totally focused on him and Triss. And all of a sudden, Kragar pops up and just, I don't know how you want to do it, Kragar. You can tell me how you want to do it, but she is
Just slash across the neck and have her arterial spray just go everywhere.
sprays all over Brokos's face, and he's loving it.
Licking it up. Ah, blood again.
Oh,
And she is down. Wow. Okay. And Kragar's back in the fight.
And then I'll make my second attack on Thraxos.
All right.
It's not very impressive, but it is. I mean, it hits. It's a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
4 max damage, 9 damage.
All right. So Thraxos has been absolutely out of this fight. He takes more slashes, and you can just see all you can really tell are his eyes just staring at you, just, sort of like Arvik straining against whatever mysterious force is holding him in place. But to no avail, and he just has to take your slashes, and looks like he is sitting in a pool of his own blood at this point. And Triss, your turn.
so is there room to the north of him for me to?
Yes,
Did you-
absolutely.
Okay, so I will move there.
He did not like that.
No, that's
Oh,
he's-
Wrong
he's not
move.
liking that at all.
ooh, let the dogs out, right?
Oh my goodness.
No,
Okay.
Jerry.
So it's,
This is the best.
so my
sorry.
neighbor, for whatever reason, is randomly leaf blowing on my yard.
Your yard?
Oh yeah, we hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear that.
Okay.
And freaking the dogs out. And
Oh my gosh. Ranger, come here.
Okay.
You're
I'm so sorry,
okay.
guys. This is,
Come here. Come here.
okay.
Come on. It's okay.
Real life.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Just watching him try to communicate to stop leaf flowing with the
Yeah.
dog barking in the
Yeah,
background.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay, he
God.
saw me. I think he's walking away now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, gonna tell people to get their popcorn.
Like, I appreciate that, gesture.
yeah. Never again, buddy.
Okay.
Don't do anything nice for me, please.
You're gonna end up finding leaf piles in your yard.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good dog. Good dog.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
You were saying, Triss?
I'm going to attack with using a superiority dice and a fainting attack. So I will start with just the. That might. Well, I don't know. So does a 12 hit since he's paralyzed?
You get advantage on it.
yeah,
whatever.
did you roll?
Oh no, I didn't roll
Yeah,
advantage.
you get
sorry.
advantage on him because he's paralyzed.
Well, then I'm going to assume. Well, I guess I don't know. A 13.
No, not quite.
Oh, but he's
Tough
he's
bugger.
paralyzed.
I know. That's the
All
weird
right.
advantage system for you.
All right. Well, then I will attack with the
Okay.
with my offhand. with
What a way to
advantage.
end the season. This is
Right.
amazing. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Which is the,
Ranger is disgusted with your choices.
I know he's not happy.
No, no.
So that's a 20.
It's trying to
Yeah.
tell you that that's actually Arvik in disguise.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 7. But does the so because I missed, it doesn't mean that I don't get to still add the superiority dice, right?
You
Uh,
missed.
So I missed with the first one, but the fainting attack means that I can add the damage to the next attack.
Correct. As long as it's an attack, I don't see
Okay.
why. I mean, that's how it reads.
Okay, and so then that's a total of, wait, that was 5, 6, 7. So that's 12, total of 12 damage.
Nice. You can see he is in really rough shape. Like I said, pool of blood, and slashes across his torso, and his eyes just this fierce, wild look in them because he knows that unless he can break free of this spell, he's just going to die. And that's not the way gladiators are supposed to go out.
Eh.
And it's his turn. And he is going to roll again. Come on. Oh, gosh. 10.
No. So I'm going to. Can I get a rope out as an action?
Sure.
I'm going to go over and start to tie him up because he's completely paralyzed. So I'm going to make sure his arms are down nice to the side. And I'm going to start to bind him up.
All right.
Bind
That is
him
my
up.
turn.
Why? Why?
Because
Pilar.
then, do I have to explain to you? Oh,
I'm lamenting the
a rhetorical
whole
why.
way this has gone down.
Mm,
He's like the main bad guy, you know? And you
Yeah.
Was he?
such a terrible way to go out.
That's what
Leaning
happens.
up against the wall and getting tied up by a 16-year-old kid.
With blood all over his face.
Oh, this is terrible. Alar, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to, oh, I always do that with the screen. I'm going to move up and I'm going to kick the table aside and stand
Your
right
turn.
in front of him.
Ooh.
And I am going to cast Cloud of Daggers on his space.
Oh, okay. So what does that do? Cloud of
Need the-
daggers, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it is a literal cloud of daggers. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side. And so no save. He just takes damage for being in that space.
Can't move.
So, apparently, Alar doesn't want to take a prisoner.
Nah. So that is 12 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't cut up my rope tie job, does it?
Yeah, it probably will
rope.
cut your rope, man. I'm
Come
sorry.
on, man. It's the silk rope.
I'll get you a new rope. Hey, we have a whole storehouse of war
Oh.
supplies back in the.
That's awesome.
And now I got a paper cut, I'm sure, because of it too. Ow!
Don't reach in there.
Watch out.
I was tying him up.
I was trying to get my rope back. Okay, Pyros is down. Arvik still straining against the chains. And he snaps them. You can see he pulls and
Wow.
pulls and manages to get just the right leverage and breaks the chains on his manacles and is able to stand up. And that will be his turn.
We could have given you the keys.
Kragar, your turn.
Well, I'm still confused now because now somebody's like trying to subdue him, and then everybody else is still attacking. So I don't know what to do.
I think he's in like a blender right now. I think they're
Yeah.
trying to make
Yeah,
a
He's in the blender.
I mean, the only thing that makes sense is put the guy out of his misery.
smoothie. Yeah. Uh-oh, vicious dog attack happening. So you get to choose, Kragar. Save him or end him.
He's gonna. I mean, he's suffering in a cloud of daggers. The right thing to do is just try to coup de grace him.
Yeah.
So that is going to be because I got like a 25 to hit. And I rolled boxcars, so that's 12, 17 plus. So that's 24
Jeez,
damage on the
yeah.
first attack.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
You can see his head just kind of loll forward, and he's woozy, blood, dozens of cuts at this point, just in tatters.
Hit again on the second attack, and that's only going to be 7 damage.
All right. He falls unconscious.
Wow.
He is right at 0. And that's where he's going to be unless you guys, or he's not going to get any better with a cloud of daggers on him. But
Jerry,
Oh.
let me just say, having DM'd, I'm so sorry, man. I hate that. I hate that so much.
I've been there so many times. too.
Yeah.
yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not the fight I had envisioned. I thought this was going to be really tough because you can see how hard
Yeah.
they hit.
Yeah.
And I get, one good round and Kragar's down. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is too tough. But on the other hand, the dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Exactly.
I
And,
don't think we could have taken them in a fair fight.
No, not in a stand-up fight.
yeah, which is why I did give you the potions and things like that. I remember I had some plan in mind. But yeah, well done. My gosh, everything you guys did was amazing. That
Magic.
spell. Yeah, I could not break out of that. I couldn't roll higher than a 10.
Once I got you, I got you.
Yeah, no kidding.
And my D6s were the hot dice today. I'll take it.
Yeah.
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 And that first attack, I think Pyros would have taken 1 or 2 more of you.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
That first
Yeah, for
47
sure.
hit points.
So speaking of healing, let's get some people feeling better.
Yeah, I don't feel so good, but
Yeah.
I want to see what they have on their bodies.
Okay. I was talking about Kragar. Kragar, I'm sorry, Arvik, is he okay?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You can
Sorry.
see he's still kind of catching his breath from breaking his chains. I mean, he just snaps his chains and stood up, and you can see he still is working kind of experimentally on trying to get out of the leg manacles that are still on.
I can help him if that's
Yeah, that'd be great.
good to see you, old friend.
Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you all. How did you get here? How did you find me?
We are awesome.
We are awesome.
You really are.
It's
That was
just a little thing
unbelievable.
that heroes do.
This little thing we like to call being a hero, Arvik.
That's right.
All right. So
So
what
are
are
you
you
gonna-
doing?
Sounds like Kragar is going to loot
Yeah,
and
what
get
did they?
in a cool new magic hand.
Magic
I-
hand.
Well, I'm starting with Pyros because I don't know if there's still this like swarm of daggers around.
I will dismiss this spell.
And
Be gone.
Tris will check Thraxos then while Kragar's checking Pyros.
Okay.
And I
Well,
will clean the blood off my boots.
And the worst thing to happen in this entire encounter, I'm sorry to say, Brokos' silk rope is shredded. So, other than that,
Brokos, I am so sorry. I will change the requiem I was writing to be about your rope.
the poor rope.
Actually, it was your rope.
What? No, no. What tragedy. What indignity.
I took it from your satchel.
Took it from your side.
So
You tell me to not take things, but unless you put it back where you found them. Sorry.
How did we come to this?
So one of you is checking Pyros, one of you is checking Thraxos. Who is checking Thraxos?
Tris is
Tris
checking
is.
Thraxos.
Chris. So as you look over Thraxos, it looks like his armor has been pretty much, you know, shredded by the daggers and all the slashes that.
It was just 12 points of damage. Come
12
on,
points of
Jerry.
damage. I just like the vision, you know, the visual of it, like being in a blender.
It was 4 daggers. I mean, they say cloud, but you know. it's
Or little
basically just
tiny
4 daggers. Yeah.
So you
wisp.
see that that his hand that's now exposed from his shredded tunic, you can see that it's actually a slightly modified Qatar. So it has 3 blades on it,
Cool.
and you get the sense that it's something special, and you could probably remove these modifications, just a extra leather strap and stuff that covers up the stump of his arm, and you know, straps it onto his arm, and would be back to a functional Qatar.
I take it then.
All right.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have to cut her arm off or her hand off to.
No, that's Thraxos.
But could we
Um,
do that for her too instead of trying to modify it?
Just, oh, her
I think-
arm. Oh, I
Yeah.
get it.
Arm is superfluous at this point, Brokos. I don't know the goal of that one.
Yeah, there's like a risk.
No,
reward
Triss's
there.
arm, so she can just put it on her stump.
Oh,
Just create
I'm the new Thraxos.
just an idea person. Sorry.
A way to think outside the box.
but if we find the head of Vecna, we will totally do that.
Yeah.
And on the only thing of note on Pyros that you find, Kragar, is that black scimitar. And you too get the sense that it's something special.
Somebody identify this.
No answers.
When I'm done here with helping out.
So okay, so literally that's all she has is the scimitar. Like, what about in her giant coin purse that she must have?
Oh yeah, you can find some coins. I'll say there are 84 coins between them. I mean, the money has been fairly useless so far.
Yeah.
Between them, they have a pack with some food and other basic. Strangely, it looks, you know, like dungeoneering sort of supplies, ropes,
Interesting.
pitons, that sort of thing. And you get the sense that they were headed deeper into the cavern.
Okay.
And that's what you find in them.
Are there any keys?
There are keys, yes.
Okay.
They were sitting on top of the crate that.
I
Well, we
pocket
will-
the keys.
The Alar kick to the
Yeah.
side.
No, we will finish unlocking Arvik. So,
I thought he just busted himself out.
well, he
I was
busted the
helping with
chains, but
chains, the arm chains, but not
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then we'll unlock Arvik and then I will hold on to those keys.
All right.
the. So, what do you want first? You want to be healed, or do you want me to check this out, Kragar?
Go for healing because I'm really hurting.
Okay,
Still seeing stars.
that's not good. We want to take care of that. So that's going to be a 20 points back to you.
Nice.
That is exactly what I needed to feel better.
Good. And then anybody else? Triss, you're okay?
Yes, I am fine.
I'm going to, without apology, unapologetically touch myself and heal myself then.
Okay.
And then, I don't know why it keeps doing that today. And then I use I'm going to use just a ritual to identify.
All right.
So just take a minute to ritual to identify, and I will identify their stuff.
Awesome. So what you have is the Tiger Claw Qatar, which is like a 3-bladed Qatar that you know, I think you've probably seen them where the either one, it can be one main blade, and then that splits open into a blade on either side and a middle
Mhm.
blade. So that's what you have. +1 and also gives you the benefit of having advantage on all initiative rolls.
Ooh,
Hmm.
wow.
And Pyros had the Scimitar of the Black Heart, which is a vicious +1 scimitar. And vicious will allow you to roll or get extra damage when you crit.
Does it have a bonus though? You didn't say.
+1.
+1, yep. So it'll be, I think you get +7 damage.
So is there a way I could possibly use the mending cantrip to help with her blade to modify it?
Yeah, it's literally like just a couple of extra leather straps that have been run through the handle area that would hold it on to Thraxos's stump. So she just needs to remove those. I don't think
Yeah, okay.
a sharp dagger ought to do it.
And then with the big baddie, forgot his name, though I mean he wasn't very impactful.
Thanks.
What? Yeah, sorry, not sorry. His armor, was it just like a leather armor or
Yeah, they both had leather armor.
nothing fancy?
I think maybe studded leather.
Does anybody need armor? Because I can mend this, and
Let me see.
because I'll have studded leather. I thought
Yeah, I
you
already
got
have
your
studded
pair too.
leather. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
So Triss, do you want to use the scimitar?
Well, I was actually thinking about using this
Yeah.
guitar.
Once she gets 2 attacks, she's going to be deadly with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You don't? Do you carry a shield, Triss?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah. So
Oh, they both had shields too.
are those? Is that a 2-handed or a 1-handed? The guitar. It's just a 1-hand, right?
One-handed.
One hand, yeah.
It's an offhand
Oh.
weapon.
Oh, that's right. Offhand weapon.
So it looks like.
I believe it's finesse and light.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The
I mean-
guitar is.
Yeah.
I am thinking I will just
Ooh.
start using it right now, and it's my offhand, and see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's like a short sword, basically.
Well, I'm in because I have
Okay.
a short sword already. I
Yeah.
just would like say, oh, short sword go in the pack, and the guitar go in the hand.
Yeah.
And then there we go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She's got the sound effects already and everything. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do?
I'm feeling very tired, but so we're obviously, are we going to keep going down this cave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I'm-
Arvik is
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find some more Arvik. Ask him like, why? Where do you know where they were bringing you? Why?
I believe they were going to hand me over to the governor. Something about being a bargaining chip.
So, just an idea here, but what if they were to hand you over to the governor? Don't some of you have a way to
Mm-hmm.
disguise yourselves?
I could cast disguise self.
I
Yeah.
can disguise myself.
So you two could disguise yourselves as these two. They won't know. No one knows they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant plan, Brokos.
It's called the Chewbacca.
I don't know where that came from, but that's what I like to call it. So you guys start talking about that, laying your plans, and suddenly you hear voices, hushed voices, but definitely you can hear the clatter of metal on metal and boots on stone. Suddenly, you make out flickering light from many lanterns and torches. And just as you're starting to kind of prepare yourself, not knowing who's going to be coming around that same corner that you guys entered through, it hits you like a bolt of lightning out of the dark and foreboding sky. You spot the glowering face of Skolaveg, followed closely by Wolfcanute, Freya, Haydn, High Magistrate Baldric Greylock, and about 600 pirates, arbiters, gladiators, and regular folk carrying everything from pitchforks to wagon wheel spokes and bits of broken chain. Wolfcanute looks upon the scene, and a grim smile crosses his face when he spies Arvik. Ah, good. You haven't been given over to the Baron. Well, this is fortuitous. We're headed to take the Dreadgate. The other path leads to a sub-basement storage room, I'm told. We'll take them by surprise and secure the fortress before our brothers and sisters arrive. But we have one piece of nasty business that must be dealt with before we welcome them, and that involves you, Arvik. Are you ready to swear fealty to me? Are you ready to kneel before the man that saved you from the mists and kept you alive these last few months? You can see Arvik raise his shaggy boulder of a head, his eyes fixed on Wolfcanute. And you and everyone else in the chamber hear the rumbled reply of, "Never." Wolfcanute sighs dramatically. Well then, you know there's only one other choice, Arvik. Are you ready to take it? We can't wait much longer. Our people's lives are at stake, and they will need a strong leader. So bend a knee or face my shield maiden in the square of honor. And without hesitation, Arvik says, let it be so. And at that, Wolfcanute's face goes as pale as new sailcloth. Clearly, it was not the answer he expected. But while he stands there, momentarily dumbfounded by Arvik's sudden willingness, Freya springs into action. Form the square, Thurangari only. The rest of you lot, get back, move. And with a minimal amount of shoving and grumbling, a 15 by 15 foot square of space is formed around Arvik, who has stood motionless this entire time. A slight ripple moves through the crowd, and the lithe frame of Skolaveg suddenly emerges into the square. She carries two long swords. One she throws at Arvik's feet, the other she swings experimentally. Satisfied, she unbuckles the stout wooden shield strapped to her back and fastens it to her free arm. She then sets the sword's blade on top of the shield, the tip pointed directly at Arvik's heart, and eases into a wide-legged fighting stance. Arvik slowly bends down and grabs the handle of the sword. He grips it firmly in his right hand, making it look like the weapon was designed for a child. He swings the remaining bit of chain from his manacled left wrist around his arm and grips the end in his massive gnarled fingers. Freya looks to Wolfcanute, who still seems to be in a state of shock, and turns to face the combatants. She shouts the command to begin, and at once 200 pirates begin pounding fists to chests, weapons to mail, and booted feet to stony ground, providing a rhythmic drumbeat that reverberates ominously throughout the chamber. Animalistic hoots and shouts erupt from dozens of throats as Skolaveg begins to stalk her prey. Slowly circling to her right, Arvik remains completely motionless as she approaches, and suddenly she rushes in, shield held high, while the tip of her sword flicks out faster than lightning to score a small cut on Arvik's side. He moves to deflect the blow a split second too late, but to the onlooking crowd, it's like Arvik is fighting underwater. Skolaveg is just too quick. Dozens of feints and strikes open numerous cuts on Arvik's enormous, thickly muscled torso, and still, he's only tried to defend himself. Skolaveg's confidence seems to grow as Arvik's reluctance to attack becomes more and more apparent. You can see Wolfcanute's eyes brighten and his face contort into a hopeful smile as the battle becomes more and more lopsided. Arvik's clothes are soaked with blood, and sweat streams off his face as he wearily fends off attack after attack from Skolaveg's viperous blade. Wolfcanute, sensing victory is close at hand, shouts, "Kill him! Kill him now!" And before Skolaveg can register her lord's command, the mountainous bulk of Arvik moves with sudden and fierce intent. Skolaveg instinctively raises her shield as an avalanche of muscle and steel descends upon her. She retreats quickly, but Arvik is relentless. She tries to sneak the tip of her blade around the edge of her shield, but Arvik's chain-bound left arm bats it away contemptuously. And then, as her shield and sword are hopelessly out of place, Arvik's massive head lunges forward, and the top of his forehead connects with the bridge of Skolaveg's nose with a sickening crunch. Her body goes limp right at Wolf Canute's feet. And Arvik spares her not a single glance, for his eyes are locked on the grimacing face of her lord. A moment of silence passes between the two men as the staccato rhythm from the now stunned crowd ceases. Freya, moments later, steps into the square and quietly kneels before Arvik. "My lord, my sails and swords are yours to command." Others quickly follow suit, and soon all the pirates in the cavern, save two, are on bended knee. Wolf Canute looks around at the assemblage of men and women, heads down, facing the giant blood-covered man who still stares directly at him. "Kneel," Arvik rumbles, and Wolf Canute kneels. An hour later, Arvik leads his small army out of the cavern and toward a fateful clash with the Baron of Dreadgate, leaving you and one other behind. Haydn stands in front of you, having asked for a private word as the others filed out of the now empty chamber. "You've done them a great service. I have a feeling that the Thurangari will need Arvik's patience even more than his physical prowess. But at least now they have a chance. I don't know if there's anything I can do to express my gratitude for your service, but you have my thanks and that of the 100 Whispers."
So,
What just happened?
so an hour. That means we got a short rest.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry, not to take away from that.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, right. No doubt.
Mhm.
So Wolf Canute was a bad dude to start out with.
Eh.
It's all relative.
He was
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah.
So, he did want to kill his king, though.
No, he just wanted to, subdue his king.
Yeah.
Have art, swear fealty to him.
Classic power
Yeah, and
struggle.
if he didn't, then what happened? He was going to.
You're gonna
I
kill
mean, he
him.
was
Kill.
willing to kill him at the end of the day.
Right,
Yeah, but
yeah.
they're all Thurangari, sort of barbaric.
It's a bit treasonous.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I think
I don't know that he
Arvik's
was
trying
fully
to-
bad though, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
think
never
Arvik is
liked him.
going to use him and
Well, do you have anything to give us on our journey?
you're just asking.
wow.
Like,
Well,
what is our journey
Besides
at this
cool weapons.
So
Yeah, what is our journey? That's a good question.
point?
That is a
I don't
good
really
question.
understand what's happening. So you said they're going to go face the Baron, but
Yeah, I think we should go.
yeah,
where is this tunnel lead to the Dreadgate?
Yes.
Yeah.
the other path goes up and heads away in the previous chamber, and that is the path to the Dreadgate, the smuggler's route. This one you don't know where it leads, but this is the direction that has the appears to have the orbs.
That's odd, but it seems like I don't know that we have a reason to go down there other than
Well,
curiosity.
Except for it seems like this is the direction they were taking Arvik.
That's also true. So this would be where they're meeting the actual, where the
Baron.
Baron's actually
Yeah.
going to be. Yeah.
Making the exchange. Yeah, we could reason that out.
So if we could decapitate literally decapitate the Baron.
Problem solved.
We could be the heroes of Vadragan.
We're still the heroes. As you're thinking and talking it over amongst yourselves, you see Haydn looks a little impatient. He's like, where are they anyway? They should be here by now.
Who, Haydn?
The 100 Whispers, of course.
Yes, exactly who are they, my friend?
Ah, well, that's the preeminent thieves guild in northern Drummondor, although lately we've been toying with the idea of opening a chapter in Ashmore. I hear one of the heroes of their civil war is a cleric of Ilo, if you can believe that.
I can believe that.
Convenient.
They should be here, and you see him put 2 stubby fingers in his mouth, and he lets out a loud whistle, and you can hear it echo down the tunnels and slowly fade away. Just as your state of heightened anticipation begins to wane, a dark figure highlighted in the red glow of the clairvoyance orb appears, followed by another, and another, and another, until finally dozens of roughly dressed young humans, half-elves, halflings, and even a couple of half-orcs and dwarves, mostly with ash-darkened faces, stand in a loose semicircle around you and Haydn. Haydn smiles broadly and says, "Ah, lady and gentlemen, I present to you the 100 Whispers." An uneven voice from behind you says, "More like 90 Whispers." And you see a young, gangly human, barely old enough to be called a teenager, step forward carrying a bag in his hand. He tosses it at Haydn's feet, where it lands with a sickening wet thud. "But we got him, boss. 47 rat ears in the bag, but one of them had a few more fangs than we expected. That one got away, but not before it gutted Black Thumb, Copper, and Jazz."
Mm.
Haydn says, sort of ruefully, "Sorry to hear that, lad. What about the rest?" The boy shrugs and says, "They died fighting, except for old Clapper. He got bit and we had to put him down." Haydn nods soberly at that. And after what feels like an uncomfortably long pause, he looks at the young man and says, "Well, good work, my boy, and damn fine work, lads," as he raises his voice to fill the chamber. "These rats came here to prey upon our people. Their intentions were as foul as their moon-cursed hearts. They may have bested the Bellfire boys and blunted the red knives and broken the twisted bones, but they didn't even hear the Whispers coming." And with that, a loud cheer erupts from the gathering of rogues and miscreants. And when the room finally quiets back down, you hear Haydn again, his tone serious once more. "But our job is bigger. We have a bigger job, lads and lasses. Ships from Ashmore are coming to take folks away to new lands and new lives, and the Whispers are going to make damn sure they get there safely." Another round of cheers and whoops fills the chamber. This time it feels more fierce, more determined. And one by one, as with some kind of unseen command, the Whispers start to file out of the cavern, heading back toward the surface. Haydn nods at each one of them, patting some on the back as they pass by. Finally, he turns to you. "I'm not asking you for any more favors, but it seems like you have a choice to make. You can come with us and maybe go visit this Queen Delthea," he says with a wink, "or you can catch up with Arvik and keep an eye on the lad. But before you answer, I just want to pose a third option, maybe one you haven't considered yet. This whole operation," and he sweeps his arm in a big gesture, "was years in the making. It took an obscene amount of money and made for some mighty unusual alliances. And from what I can figure, their plan was to lead half the Legion down here. For what? That's the question, and I bet you're as curious as I am. Old Abel surely knew, and the Syndicate obviously feels something important is down there. Somewhere at the end of those red orbs, I think you'll find the answer. But again, that's for you to decide." Haydn turns to walk out of the cavern, but before he hobbles more than a half dozen steps, he suddenly whips around. "Oh, almost forgot. I think whatever path you take, you'll need this more than I do." And you can see him pull his albatross amulet out of his sweat-stained shirt And with a quick jerk, he snaps the cord, and with one final look, he tosses it toward you. May Rail's blessing go with you, friends. Maybe we'll see each other again someday.
Be safe.
About that reward.
Oh,
So
Thriss will catch the amulet.
you get the amulet. And I won't make you identify it. It's basically a luck stone.
Ooh.
Ah,
okay. Well, I think we should venture into the dark and unearth what is truly behind these plots. Let us follow the red stones. What say you, my friends?
well, I mean, the Thieves Guild seems to have some openings.
They do, 10 approximately.
Well,
Eh. Let's go into the dark. I like the shadows anyway.
Dark?
huzzah!
That's 2 votes for following the orbs into the unknown abyss.
I,
Would it
I
be-
already thought that we should just follow the orbs down. So
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay.
You walk toward the glowing orb in the distance, its faint light beckoning you, until finally you pass it by with some reluctance. You trudge on down treacherous paths and over dangerous formations until you see the next pulsating glow in the distance. Again, you are drawn to it. It's the beacon, the lighthouse, in an otherwise dark and gloomy series of stone-encased voids. You do this over and over. Hours pass, but still you carry on. Occasionally, you run into a waypoint where the syndicate left a cache of supplies, and more rarely, you stumble across the bloody remains of former syndicate members. Crumpled forms, each with a disfiguring wound where one ear has been expertly removed. You are vaguely aware that a werewolf lurks somewhere in the dark void, but your mind is numb to fear, and your only motivation is to reach the next orb, and the next, and the next. Soon your desire to bathe in the red light, if only to relieve the monotony of the unending blackness, drives all other thoughts from your mind, and you stumble ever forward, oblivious to your surroundings. In what seems to be a trick of your fatigued mind, the next glow appears brighter than the others. It pulsates with a fierce reddish light that turns the surrounding cavern walls into something ominous and not at all comforting. But still you approach. And arriving at the location, you must squint and look away as your eyes struggle to adjust to the powerful light source. When you blink away the tears and focus on the ruddy radiance, you see a basket with tools, pitons, wire, hammers, and a small crate with 5 clairvoyance orbs. The bodies of 2 were-rats are nearby, their dead faces looking quite sinister in the blood-red light. It appears you've arrived at the end of the road. Your path from here will be unmarked, and your seemingly endless journey won't be punctuated by way stations and artificial lodestars. As you struggle to calculate the risks, you hear a mournful cry echo through the passage ahead. Not quite a wolf's howl, yet something more. And that's when the fear hits you, like a crossbow bolt to the guts. It strikes, slowly spreading unwelcome sensation throughout your body until it finally pierces the fog that hangs heavily on your weary brain. You carry on. Anger and fear now temporarily restoring your alertness. You clamber forward toward the werewolf, toward Vosh Glaba, and whatever else lies ahead. After some unknown period of time, you once again find yourself stumbling through uneven caverns, chasing a distant light. It takes minutes or more before you realize it can't be an orb. The orbs were left behind, the rat's trail of breadcrumbs left unfinished in this forest of stalactites and stalagmites. And this light is different, constant, and greenish. Its unwavering radiance seems to emanate from all over rather than a single source. And that's when you walk out of the passage and onto the escarpment. A whole new world, vast and unimaginable, spreads out before you. This cavern is enormous. Its walls covered with patches of strange fungi glowing green or purple, giving the whole area a dusky luminescence. And as your eyes follow these patches into the distance, you begin to get a sense of the scale, one measured in miles, not feet, as the radiant fungal patches eventually start to resemble distant stars on a black curtain of night sky. As you shake your head in wonder and awe, your vision returns to the foreground, and from your vantage point at the top of this 1,000-foot escarpment, you spot what appears to be a vast underground sea. Amidst swirling currents of purple radiance, you spy towering mushrooms as large as buildings, each shedding thousands of scintillating spores into the nearly empty expanse where they occasionally bump into massive natural columns adorned with tendrils of bioluminescent life. Your vision follows the coastline now until it runs into a particularly bright and hazy patch of stony ground. And that's when you begin to question your sanity, because there, before you, lies the unmistakable outline of a city, one that somehow blazes like the morning sun below miles of dirt and stone. And that is where this season will end.
Wow. Crazy.
So, yeah. You moved on to the next level. Everyone should be level 5 now.
Awesome.
Wow. Okay.
You've earned it after listening to
Yeah.
all of that.
I think our listeners leveled up too.
Yeah, I think so. If they didn't fall asleep, but
Well, that's a good cliffhanger, Jerry. I like that.
I know.
Okay.
yeah.
Didn't
Well-
see any of that coming.
Yeah, I figured it'd be hard to see all that happen, but yes, there's something odd down here.
Okay. Well, that
Um,
sounds like a good second or a good third season.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe some other strangeness that will happen, but I just want to thank you guys for being part of this second season.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
You did
Thanks for
a
running it.
fantastic job as always, making my bad guys look not so bad after all.
That's the worst. I know.
No, it is fine. No, you guys are excellent players, and this was a really fun season for me. And I should give a quick shout out to Justin, our audio person who has produced these episodes for us, and taken these Zoom files that we've recorded and made them sound as good as they do. And again, big thanks to all of our listeners for staying with us. And that's it. Season
I'm-
2.
Wow.
Okay.
What now?
Okay. Like
Okay.
I think we're all kind of stunned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, but let's do a follow-up session and
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
the season.
So think of your questions. Think of anything. And for those of you listening, if you have questions, make sure to pass them on. You can do that on our Dungeon Patrol Facebook page. You can email us at dungeonpatrol@gmail.com. And just let us know what you're thinking. If you have unanswered questions, if you noticed any plot holes, I'm sure there are about 1 billion. Let me know. I will try to come up with reasons for why I did certain things a certain way. But again, we'll get together and talk about how season 2 went and answer any kind of lingering questions in the near future.
Okay.
But,
I'm
we'll just have to
yeah.
show up every couple of weeks and hang out and talk about nothing after that, right?
Yeah.
I was not ready.
No, I wasn't either.
Yeah, I know.
That took me by surprise. Even though it shouldn't have, but
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you this was the final episode.
you said it was coming soon.
Yeah, I figured as I wrote this final bit to try to wrap it up, there just wasn't enough to would have seemed strange to throw in another bit of combat or another encounter when you guys are so close to the end.
What adventure
I
awaits?
thought we were going to be part of the Liberation War.
Hmm.
I know, and I was
Yeah.
so happy that you guys. I wanted you to feel like you know, you were going to have these options of rescuing the citizens and getting them on the ships, or taking the Dreadgate, and there was going to be a third option that you had no idea.
Oh.
Chasing Commander Vosh into the darkness. Option 3.
Well, I guess we'll chat
Uh,
about it more in the
Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm like,
see you
like,
season
you
3.
didn't get a
I-
magic
no
weapon to the
one knew.
last fight of the last episode. Damn it, Jerry.
No, yeah, I kind of want it to be suspenseful and feel like a real cliffhanger, and you guys made the fight look like a joke like you usually do, but hopefully your questions were answered. And again, any
Ooh.
listeners, any of you players, we can talk about that in our wrap up episode, which I'll try to reason out why I did things. But until then, have a great rest of your life, I guess.
Wow. Alrighty.
It's nice knowing you. I see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Maybe,
It's
maybe not.
swell.
Bye-bye now.
No, it's hard to know how to sign off after a season well played. But we'll be back in some shape or form, and maybe even we'll have a vaccine for a pandemic, and we can do stuff in the
Maybe.
studio again. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, everybody be safe out there.
Yeah. Thanks again for sticking with us. Thank you, friends and players, for playing this game with me and keeping me sane for 35 weeks. And we will see you soon.
Right.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.